If you're looking for a graphics card that's built like a tank and offers incredible cooling for a high-end GPU like the 4070 Ti Super, the ASUS TUF is just the answer. The physical properties are perhaps the most impressive. The backplate and fan shroud are both made of strong metal, greatly protecting the PCB from any physical harm. The ASUS TUF lineup has a very distinct grayish design that's easily recognizable. Even a 10-year-old ASUS TUF graphics card would look so similar to this one that it's easy to dismiss the design as boring and basic. But this design cohesiveness brings in predictability and works perfectly for those who don't care much about how their computer parts look. If you're worried about performance, then I'm glad to report that the RTX 4070 Ti Super can play pretty much any game at 1440p ultra settings at 60 or more FPS. There's still plenty of room to play games at 4K, but for the most demanding titles, I highly recommend turning on DLSS and setting it to quality mode. You can still play games like Alan Wake 2 and Cyberpunk at native 4K on this GPU without any issues, but the frame rate will hover somewhere around the 50 FPS mark. Thankfully, for games that are properly optimized, like Red Dead Redemption 2, you can expect around 80 FPS with everything maxed out. I didn't exactly want to draw any comparisons, but it is impossible for me to not talk about the ASUS TUF RTX 4070 Ti Super without talking about the ROG Strix variant. I love the ROG Strix, but ASUS went all out and over-engineered an already well-made card. It comes with quite a few compromises, and the ASUS TUF variant addresses all of them. Firstly, it's too big. The TUF is already a long card that can stretch up to 305mm in length, but the Strix is even longer at 336mm and becomes incompatible with a lot of smaller PC cases. Both of these cards are 3-slot cards, so they will need a lot of vertical space, as well as a GPU anti-sag unit to hold them. The ASUS TUF isn't too heavy at 1.3 kilograms, or 2.8 pounds, but the Strix is 1.8 kilograms, which is just under 4 pounds. Secondly, the Strix is priced higher than any other 4070 Ti Super, and enters the RTX 4080 Super and RX 7900 XTX price category. Thirdly, both of these cards are very similar in terms of performance and features, which makes it impossible for me to justify the higher premium associated with the ROG Strix. Speaking of features, the ASUS TUF model has a dual BIOS switch that can toggle between silent and performance mode. This is identical to how the ROG Strix version works, and even results in almost identical noise and temperature. The ASUS TUF operates at 31 decibels with the BIOS in quiet mode during gaming, and just under 35 decibels in performance mode, all the while keeping temperatures nice and cool under 60 degrees Celsius at all times. You also get 3 DisplayPort 1.4 and 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, so you can hook up 5 monitors at the same time. All in all, the ASUS TUF RTX 4070 Ti Super is a fantastic graphics card that delivers on every single front. It takes a utilitarian approach compared to other cards that try to do one or two things really well, while failing to acknowledge their other discrepancies. It's an engineering marvel, and is surely going to last a very long time. To sum up, what I like is the incredible build quality, the metal fan shroud, and the very low temperatures. On the downside, it's big in size and boring design. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can check prices in the description below. And if you're interested in more PC building suggestions and hardware reviews, be sure to check out more of my videos. Before you go, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to stay updated, and let me know your opinion and suggestions in the comments. See you in the next one.